Greetings. You're pushing your grocery cart through the store, and then you start having a panic attack, and you can't catch your breath. You're hyperventilating, and it's scary because you cannot breathe. I was visiting with a Vietnam veteran he and I became good friends. He was an artist, musician, and he was describing to me what his thoughts on anxiety were and what the solution was. And we'll dive into that in just a second. Welcome to our channel for A Life Worth Living. My name is Catherine Stickroth. I am a trauma recovery specialist, and we're talking about self-soothing methods when an anxiety attack or panic attack occurs, which is a common symptom of PTSD. So my friend's name was Roger, and we were talking about anxiety and PTSD. And he said, anxiety comes from not breathing. And I was so surprised when he told me that, because I thought it came from the thoughts. And we had that conversation. He said, no, it comes from not breathing, that your body panics because it's not getting enough oxygen. And I thought about that for several days. And he said, we don't pay attention to our breathing. Mostly we're breathing like up to here, like just throughout the day. Not even aware of it. And I started paying attention to my breathing. He was right. He said, what we need to do is belly breathing, diaphragmatic breathing. And it's quite common now. This conversation was at least 10 years ago. But people say, breathe. And they call it square breathing, like you go up, inhale to the count of 4, hold it to the count of 4, exhale to the count of 4, and hold it to the count of 4. So you go like that. So one of the things that Roger, I said he was an artist, is he makes Native American flutes. And so I was able to purchase one of these made by Roger. This is the bare bones one. He does beautiful, beautiful work, and I'll put a link to his website down below. But so he gave it to me, and I tried playing it. It was like, I just couldn't get it to, I just couldn't, and this actually helped me with diaphragmatic breathing, because with my short breath, I didn't have enough to make a note. And there's some adjustments to be made here on this. But he said, just keep practicing and breathe from your belly. See, I'm breathing from my belly and nothing came out of there. So you just got to keep adjusting the air. And when I would have a panic attack and I had this flute, I would start focusing on the flute, which actually took my mind off the anxiety for one thing. And it could very easily get me anxious that it's not working. Like, I'm kind of getting nervous now. I don't know what's going on with this thing. I call her Flo. Okay, see that squeaky? Here we go. We're going in the right direction. So remember the last episode I said you talk to your heart real fast and connect with it, and then you slow it down. So another thing I did on the creative side was go, try to make that exhale as long as possible, and that could happen because of I was breathing from my diaphragm. So that's just another illustration of the heart and sound helping the heart to slow down. Another thing about the breathing part, the oxygen thing, I find occasionally, I rarely have anxiety anymore. When I do have anxiety, it's in the middle of the night, I'm sleeping, and I wake up and I just feel that panic. I haven't had a bad dream. I really don't have any problems to be panicking about in the middle of the night. And I was like, what's going on? Well, what happens in my sleeping position, sometimes my chin will rest down here. And so instead of the airway being clear, I'm kinking it just by my sleeping position. So when I recognized what I was doing, I would tilt my head back and I'd still be in bed, and I'd just take some deep breaths and the anxiety would go away. So it's kind of a strange thing. I don't even know why I do that. I don't know, but it really doesn't happen that often, but it does happen. So it just confirms what Roger told me about the breath causing anxiety. So then, if we think about that in relation to PTSD, I think what has happened with me in the past is I have an intrusive thought triggered by what? I mean, it just may be an intrusive thought, not triggered at all, just some little thought that I'm not even conscious of. And so then, I'm talking about the PTSD system, I guess you'd say endocrine system reacts by shooting a shot of adrenaline. My lungs feel the adrenaline, they go, and I just might do that on a very small scale, and then it's off to the races. It's like things are in motion. And so I just try to catch it before it gets out of hand. And I go, okay, just what's going on? Like, somebody may just pass by me in a store with the same color shirt as somebody who hurt me years ago. And then off I go. And I just say, okay, just stop. Yes, that shirt was the same color, but that is not the person. This is 2026. It's not 1963. So let's just calm down. And if I'm in the car or something where I can speak out loud, I do speak out loud to my system. And if you say, oh, I don't want anybody to think I'm talking to myself. Well, I do talk to myself. I have a whole system inside of me that needs to hear the truth. And I'm the only one that can really tell it the truth. There are others who can guide me. But when my internal system hears my voice saying, shh, it's okay, we're okay, there's nothing to be afraid of, it settles down the whole thing. So thank you again for coming to this channel. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope that you find this technique and the other techniques that I'm sharing with you a way for you to calm yourself down, self-soothing, and manage your PTSD so that you can walk out of the debilitating effects and have a life worth living.